Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about Scalelab, we're going to be talking about BBTV, we're going to be talking about Freedom, we're going to be talking about all those crappy networks that you shouldn't join ever, and they're big no-nos, no matter what they say to you, no matter what they offer you, just stay away from them. So that's kind of the main topic of this video, is those networks, not particularly those three, but those three definitely. Lots of networks are bad like this. If basically here's a good tip. If a network contacts you asking you to join them, just don't answer it. Don't ever look at any of those. When you want to join a network, you reach out to them because you did your research, and don't reach out to Scalelab or BBTV. If you see those names anywhere in the title or anywhere near the network, stay away from it. Don't listen to anything they ever tell you. That's another good one. Because it's all bullshit. Every last thing they say is just pure bullshit. And I know firsthand because I've been dealing with these networks for over 2 years, and they're awful. They're terrible. Take my advice for it. I guess we'll start off at the beginning with BBTV. My experience with BBTV and what that was like. BBTV, when I first joined them, I was around 230 subscribers, probably. And they told me, hey, we scouted out your network and we thought you'd be a great choice for our network. And I was like, really? I must be some really special channel for them to want to put me on their network and earn money. And so my dad was super skeptical, of course. He's like, why are you joining these guys? And he was like, oh, what is this YouTube network and anything? Like, because YouTube really wasn't a huge part of my life at that point. I was only 230 subscribers, didn't make many videos, but yeah, so I, of course, joined them eventually. All they needed was my PayPal. I did have a little bit of history before then, actually, with Machinima, because I tried to join, like, a Machinima thing, but that really wasn't a network thing for me. It was really confusing. That was a long time ago. But whatever, I joined BBTV, right? And I got my first payment of like 30 cents, and I was like, damn it. But whatever, it wasn't, BBTV didn't really matter for me back then. Like, it was just the thing. I was like, hey, I make money from YouTube technically. Isn't that cool? And then my channel started to grow a little bit. Like, not this channel, by the way. This is a totally different channel this is going on, but my channel, unnamed channel, which is at around 20,000 subscribers right now. We won't talk about the specific channel, obviously, but yeah, the channel started to grow, and that was interesting. So I was like, hey, I'm starting to make more money, and then I get, my paycheck in, and my paycheck's like, I don't know, $30 or whatever, and I was like, hey, that's a lot, $30, that's good, that's cool. And then I get another paycheck, and it's 50, and then I get another one, 70. And then you crack 100, you're like, damn. And then you get 150 or whatever, and you get 170, and then it goes back down to 150 because you capped, so on and so forth until, whatever. So a little bit before this point, actually, before I was making it in the hundreds, I realized I was getting screwed over. Because I really didn't even check out the contract when I had 230 subscribers. I was a lot younger, too. I didn't understand how these worked. Whatever. I had a 60-40 split. So 40% of all the money that I generated went to BBTV, and I got to keep the other percentage. So, oh, hey, it's above 50%. That's good. If you don't know anything about networks, you might be thinking that. But really, if you're a YouTuber at all, or even looking into this seriously, 90-10 is all you should be looking into for this kind of stuff. 90-10 always. But yeah, that's whatever. I knew eventually, I found out I was getting screwed over. I tried to leave, of course, prematurely. I was like, all right, I don't need to put up with this shit. I can just leave whenever I want. I emailed them like several times, like, can I leave? And they're like, no, you have to obey the contract. And at some point I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I signed it. Sure, it's like scummy for them to like go out to these channels and get these kids. They're just little kids. They're like 12-year-olds that they're going up and telling them to join the network, right? And so they go to these kids, and that's scummy still. It's scummy, but it's legal. All right, so I was like, oh, fine, I'll put up with this crap. So I wait my 2 damn years out. I wait until quite recently, March 10th, and they have to release me. So I emailed them before. I was like, you guys got to release me. on the 10th. And they're like, yeah, you're fine. You're going to get released. So, on the 10th, I got released just fine. I had no problems really ever with BBTV sending me money. They'd always send me money on time. It was the correct amount of money. It was the stupid, horrible 60-40 split, sure. And it was a crappy 2-year contract, which you should never sign, ever. But at least they paid me on time, and they let me go when they let me go. And they actually got back every time I had to go to their support, right? Fine. It was good. They'd answer me, and it was all dandy. It was nice. They were fast about that. So then I end up signing another contract with this company, Scalelab. Power TV technically, but Power TV is like a part of Scalelab. So I ended up signing a contract with them. It was a 90-10 split, of course. I didn't want to get ripped off. And they told me every 3 months, it's a renewable contract every 3 months, and just tell me at the beginning of the 3 months if you want to leave. So I was like, all right, cool, that sounds great. A 90-10, 3 months, I can leave, plenty of time for me to leave. It sounded really good. I was like, all right. And none of the networks really help you grow in that way where they advertise you or whatever. You have to be way bigger for them to even care about you, which I guess is kind of understandable. All right, they offer you, the basic cliche amount of tools, like, oh, you can use vidIQ, or you get this music library or whatever, which I wasn't really going to use anyways, but whatever. You get the free crap if you really need it. That kind of stuff. And they give you this little dashboard, which you can already find all those statistics that they show you on your own YouTube dashboard, like your own one that YouTube just gives you for free anyways. So that didn't really matter to me, but I was like, all right, 90-10 split, this is good. This is ready to go. I was originally looking at Curse and stuff, and then Curse wanted me to put in my Social Security, and I was like, these guys just give me PayPal money, and it's fine. So that's what I did. I went with Scalelab. That's what I thought it was going to be great. Right, so I go in Scalelab, and everything's fine with Scalelab. It's, I don't know, nothing weird yet. Then I get onto my YouTube dashboard on Scalelab, the one that they provide me with, and I go and I look on the little money icon, and I scroll down, because originally YouTube was like, all right, you've made $1.86 or whatever in your first day. That's what the YouTube thing tells you. So that's like the original one where YouTube takes a cut and they give you the other half of it, which happens to every channel on the face of the earth, obviously, because that's how YouTube works. But then, so they get, $1.85 or whatever it is. And then Scalelab goes and shows me however much money it was, I forget now at this point. It was not 90% of $1.80 whatever. So I was angry. I was like, this isn't right, obviously. There's been a mistake. So I scroll down on the page, and it says that my revenue share is 65-35. That's not the contract I signed, and I had proof because I had screenshots of the contract, obviously. And I was like, all right, this is it. And they also show you your contract too on that same page. So I tapped that, and it said 65-35, and you can leave whenever you want. And I'm like, that isn't the contract that I signed at all. There's obviously been a mistake here. That's what I'm thinking in my head. So I emailed the guy I originally talked to. I emailed their support thing. I tried to call their support number. I left a message on their support number. I contacted the Power TV support again, and nothing responded. They were like, all right, we'll get back to you in 2 days. And the original guy, by the way, that I contacted for Scalelab, they sent an email back within an hour. So I was like, all right, it should be pretty quick. I'll get this resolved nice today. And it's been a couple of days now. Nothing. Not a single thing. And in my head, this is what I'm thinking at this point, is that they're just never going to email me back. They're going to completely ignore that email because they did this on purpose. This was not a mistake. That's what they're doing to everybody, is they give you a 65-35, and if you take the time to actually go to the dashboard and look at it, you'll notice and try to contact them. If you try to contact them, they're going to be, nope, actually, we're not going to do that. We're not going to respond to you at all. Basically, they're trying to screw you over. And, now I've already sent an email saying, all right, I want to leave, and I went onto my YouTube thing and just, you don't even have to request to unlink with these guys. You just say, I want to unlink, and YouTube's like, all right, we'll unlink you in 30 days. So I'm getting out in 30 days no matter what, according to YouTube. So that's a good thing, I guess, with these networks, because this apparently is like a 30-day you can leave whenever you want contract that I didn't even sign, that they just given me. They said, screw you, you have this now. So, yeah, that's kind of my whole experience so far. Obviously, I haven't been paid by Scalelab yet, and I don't intend to ever, because they're not going to end up paying me if I'm going to leave in 30 days. I don't even think they know that, because YouTube's just going to unlink me and drop that. I mean, if they want to honor that contract, that 60-35 one, that 65-35 one, if they're going to honor that one, I'm supposed to be able to leave in 30 days anyway, so I'm not breaking that contract in any way, shape, or form. I did sign that 90-10 one, but they're not honoring that either, because I'm not making that money. They didn't split it at all. The thing is, they know that you don't have the money to go get a lawyer and sue them. They know that. So they're just going to try to screw everybody over that they can, and it's bullshit, really. I hate this kind of network thing. Freedom, I was never partnered with Freedom ever, but they do let you leave whenever you want. They give you horrible revenue splits, and from what I've heard, they don't pay you at all sometimes. Like, their payments are wacky and weird. It depends on the channel size. And by the way, for Power TV / Scalelab, I was supposed to be in their managed program, and I didn't end up in their managed program, which really pissed me off also. But yeah, guys, in conclusion, if you want some YouTube help with MCNs, don't join Scalelab, don't join BBTV. If you really want to like be with a MCN that's not YouTube, just go with Curse, because I know for a fact that Curse, you go ahead and Google Curse, my experience with Curse. You're not going to find any of those kind of videos, because they rip you off. They give you a 90-10, they let you leave whenever they want. They don't really help you out necessarily, but they're not scummy. They're owned by Disney, which, I say what you want about Disney, but I think they're pretty loyal at this point, and they're not going to risk their brand name. And also, PewDiePie's network was a part of Curse and stuff. That was obviously, you can be in Curse managed or normal Curse, doesn't matter. They'll be faithful to you. They'll pay you on time. From what I've experienced so far is, like, BBTV would always answer my emails, right? They gave me a horrible revenue split, but it's not like they didn't honor my contract like Scalelab's doing right now. They didn't do anything illegal necessarily. Sure, it was scummy for them to try to get kids in, but they didn't do Scalelab stuff where they won't respond to your emails and they won't honor your contract. It's just stuff like that. It's not really pisses me off. But yeah, I would suggest going with Curse. I've talked to many people that are in Curse. They say, hey, I get my check every time and it's 90-10 split. I leave whenever I want, and I'm not planning on leaving, is what they'll say. I'll be like, all right, that sounds fine. Or you could go straight up with YouTube, which, that's completely fine, obviously. Basically, how this works is YouTube, no matter what MCN you're in, takes 50% of the money, no matter who you are. So what will happen is it's YouTube taking 50%, and then the MCN takes their other percent, and then you're left with what's over. But if you just go straight with YouTube, it eliminates the third person, so you just get 50%, which would mean 100% if you're going to look at it in MCN terms. If that makes any sense to you guys. I hope it does. So yeah, that's my suggestions. I've heard full screen's pretty good too, but I don't know. I don't really trust them either, because they accepted me, and like when I just did the applying thing, they're like, you're good to go, and I was like, oh, I thought these guys were premium. I don't know anything about any of these other networks. So asking me about them probably isn't the best thing, because I'm not like some MCN god or whatever. I've just had to deal for over 2 years with MCNs, and they're not fun to deal with. So yeah, that's my suggestion. Either go with Curse or go straight up with YouTube. Thanks for watching this video. I hope this explains some things for you guys and really saves some people from signing 2-year contracts or going with the crappy networks that screw you over. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.